It's also National ADHD Awareness Month. There's a lot of things going on this month that we wanted to make sure that you're aware. Wanted to just read a quick synopsis of how to discipline a child with ADHD while avoiding feelings of guilt. You know, the symptoms associated with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder can put even the best parent skills to the test. Children and teenagers with ADHD don't listen, or at least don't seem to listen. They often fail to complete tasks, whether it's a school assignment or a household chore. They can be impulsive, hitting a sibling or classmate when they feel frustrated, or failing to wait their turn when playing a game. As the spotlight is put on the condition, which is ADHD Awareness Month, it's worth noting that the disorder has an impact on the parents as well as the offspring. You know, irritated by repeated undesirable behaviors, mothers and fathers lash out, dealing more harshly with infractions than they should. Later, feeling guilty because of their overreaction, the parents may allow the child to get away with other misbehaviors. Then tension builds, until once more the peeved parents explode and begin feeling guilty about their reactions all over again. You know, it's important to break that cycle of guilt when dealing with the ADHD child. The best way to do that is to deal with the difficult behavior whenever it occurs and not allowing the tension to build up. Retraining difficult behavior patterns is an essential part of treatment for ADD. Some tips on it, on dealing, helping parents dealing with children with ADHD and avoiding those guilty feelings. You have to define the desired and undesirable behaviors. Before you can shape behavior, you need to be clear on what behaviors you want and don't want. A desirable behavior might be doing homework before they go out to play. An undesirable behavior might be talking back to a parent. Establish how often negative or positive behaviors occur. Keep a log for anywhere from a week to a month to track how many times a behavior occurs. Having a baseline will allow you to know whether your interventions are having an effect. The key thing here is to communicate rules and expectations clearly. When children know what is expected of them, they're much more likely to do it. Too often, parents believe children should know how to act without the rules being clearly communicated. You have to reward desired behavior. Once clear expectations are given, it's essential to reward a hug or a small present, a trip to the library, the park, or even money. Administer clear, unemotional consequences for negative behavior. Be in control of your emotions. Don't nag or belittle the child. And use logical consequences. For example, if a child refuses to put away his or her toys, the toys could be taken away for a few days. The key is having a good relationship with the child is perhaps the most important factor. With a good parent-child relationship, almost any form of discipline will work. With a poor child relationship, any form of discipline will probably fail. Relationships require two things: time and a willingness to listen. I wanted to discuss that because I'm talking about ADHD awareness, and it's October, but you know what? It should be every month. We got to keep our eyes and ears open for our children who experience, who have specific disabilities. It's also back to school awareness. We got to make sure, does your child have back to school anxiety? You got to